Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's the start of Duskmorn week, so let's have a look at an interesting scenario involving one of the new cards. Amy uses Come Back Wrong against Nick's general in a commander game. Nick moves his general to the command zone, but Amy says she gets to bring it back. Who's right? Okay, so I think that all commander players are probably familiar with the fact that if your general dies or otherwise leaves the battlefield, you get to put it back in the command zone so you can later play it again. But to answer this question, we'll need a little bit more background about exactly how that works. So let's take a look at this rule here, which says that moving your commander from the graveyard back to the command zone is a state-based action. Now, an important fact about state-based actions is that they are not performed continuously. Rather, there are certain specific times when the game checks to see if any state-based actions need to be performed. In particular, the game does not perform state-based actions in the middle of the resolution of a spell. It waits until after all the steps of that spell's resolution have been completed and the spell has been put into its owner's graveyard. One application of this principle is the well-known result that if you cast a lightning bolt against a 2/3 Tarmogoyf while there are no instants in the graveyard, the Goyf will live because it'll be a 3/4 by the time state-based actions are checked. A similar phenomenon will happen for the situation presented in the original problem statement, because as Come Back Wrong is resolving, it will first destroy Nick's general. Then Amy will be instructed to return that creature to the battlefield before state-based actions will give Nick the opportunity to move it back to his command zone. So this works out exactly like Amy said. Let's contrast that with a similar scenario. We'll say that Amy makes the exact same play as before, except that this time she also controls a Leyline of the Void while this is going on. Notice that Leyline says that Nick's general will be exiled instead of it going to the graveyard. This means that when Come Back Wrong checks to see if a creature was put into a graveyard this way, the answer will be no, so the rest of its effects won't happen. After Come Back Wrong finishes resolving, the game will perform state-based actions, and because Nick's general is in the exile zone, he'll have a chance to move it into the command zone at this time. It's true that there was a time in Magic's history when moving your general to the command zone worked differently, matching how the Leyline of the Void functions. Unfortunately, moving to the command zone instead of going to the graveyard kinda screwed over any general that had an ability that triggers when it dies, just like Leyline of the Void does, which is the reason why this rule was changed. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.